Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain and I am using them under the Fair Use Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, we have so much to cover. Let's get started. These kind of stories really rile me because what they're saying is they're going to do a home birth for the new baby and then they're going to take, quote, proper time off. Could somebody please explain to me what they're doing that they require time off? I mean, yeah, some Zoom calls, and apparently Harry's on this new mental health app that costs over $500 a month. But other than that, what are they doing that they need time off? And I should also add that they're planning a home birth. Of course, that could be a planted story, but if they are, that's dangerous for somebody her age to try to do that at home in case something goes wrong. I'm just saying. Now, here's some interesting information. We all know that when the interview came out, they made a lot of allegations, and one by one, they've been debunked. But there was one allegation that everybody figured, how are you going to debunk this one? We all know what it is. It was the allegation of racism, where Meghan said it happened while she was pregnant, and Harry said it happened before they were married, and now it's come out. Lady Colin Campbell says that it was Princess Anne who apparently made some comments about, quote, Archie's skin color. But actually, that's not what happened. See, I knew when that story came out, the way they twist things, there had to have been something else that happened behind the scenes that they weren't saying. And sure enough, yeah, okay. So quick flashback for anybody who doesn't remember. Meghan said there were conversations and concerns about how dark Archie's skin color would be. And she had not had those conversations with anybody. She had heard it from Harry. Then Harry came on and said that the conversations took place before they were married. So not while Meghan was pregnant. Meghan was incorrect. Lady Colin Campbell said, quote, Anne had concerns about the disastrous effect of allowing somebody of that ilk, character-wise, into the family, that it would not only cause trouble for all of them, but also for any child born of the union. And with that, Harry ran to Meghan with the objections, and Meghan weaponized them on the grounds of color. We are looking at people who are very eager to spot a slight where doubtless none existed. So apparently they're pointing the finger at Princess Anne unfairly because there were no concerns about Meghan's color. But Princess Anne was rightly concerned that if the marriage proceeded and there were children, there would be problems because of Meghan's inability and determination to remain unable to appreciate the cultural differences. So basically, Anne said, don't marry that girl. She's unsuitable. She's wrong for the country, wrong for the job. It turned out to be true, and there was nothing about racism. So Harry took the care and concern of his aunt and twisted it and slapped his aunt right back with it. And I have to say, I knew there had to have been something that they twisted, but nobody knew what it was. But you know, when you hear something like this and you know it's the truth, I mean, they twisted it. Moving on, the next thing we're going to talk about is Gayle King. It appears that she has been tapped to be the new mouthpiece for Harry and Meghan. We all know she's best friends with Oprah, and so all this information is being passed around. We all remember she went on Good Morning America and talked about how Harry had been in touch with his brother and his father, but the talks had been unproductive. And I think things came to a standstill right there. I mean, why would William and Charles call Harry knowing that everything they say to him is being announced on national television? And let's not forget, she also mentioned that Meghan was unhappy because they weren't talking to her, just Harry. And she made some threats about how Meghan Markle has her proof. Well, she went on a show with Drew Barrymore and made statements. It would appear that they're not talking to him right now after what he did with Gail. So I'm putting up this clip and we're going to dissect it as we go. All right, here we go.
Happy for them. I saw in the paper the other day that, they said that they're planning for a home birth. I think that that's interesting.
You read about it in the paper. In other words, you are not in touch with them right now. That's the message being sent out. Next.
Making history in a conversation that was refusing to be had for centuries. Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy that the lid is off and there's nothing healthy about not having those tough conversations.
I will no longer be watching Drew Barrymore's show. I mean, how can you get on there and basically say, I'm glad the lid is off after centuries? She basically just called the royals racist with no proof. Ugh, disgusting. Next part.
There's nothing healthy when you don't talk. So let's all wish that for all involved in that particular story.
Behind the scenes meaning they're not talking to Harry right now because of what happened last time. And let's hope they start talking again. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to add this with the very racist tweet that Omid Scobie put up. He said he was the new Buckingham Palace diversity czar, and he was going to be removing all the Barrymore sculptures and jewelry from the royal residences and melting them down to install copper bathtubs in every room of Frogmore Cottage. Well, I got to tell you, that did not go over well, and he had to go back and say it was an April Fool's joke, but even as an April Fool's joke, most people saw it as a racist swipe at Buckingham Palace, which is what it was. I'm not sure why he's considered still to be a royal reporter when he's already admitted on national television that he works for Harry and Meghan, he's on their payroll. For me, that's a major conflict of interest. And now it's Finn update time. So we went on a little vacation and we boarded Finn during that time, and we didn't know how he was going to do, but we were shocked when we picked him back up. The walk that used to take us almost 2 hours only took about 20 minutes, and he doesn't seem so afraid. Watch this. Go ahead, go ahead. Oh, he's in the lead. Come on, Finn. Come. Again. Go ahead, go ahead. Look at that. What used to take us an hour and a half has now taken us 15 minutes. What a good boy. Look at him go. He's much more confident. The tail was up. He looked fabulous. He was happy. We just noticed he has a lot more confidence after being socialized with all those other dogs. Wow, guys, once again, a lot of information. Please don't forget to email me. I read every email. You can follow me on Twitter @LongSally. Please don't forget about that coffee fund. And as always, I hope you guys have a fabulous day.